select here to 1 kilohertz. 1 kilohertz is your standard reference tone or test tone. There's a jack over here on the patch bay labeled OSC. This is the output of the tone generator. OSC, short for oscillator. Now, any multi-track input on our patch bay is labeled multi-track send. So if I want to take this tone and patch it into the first track in Pro Tools, I'm going to patch into multi-track send number 1. Notice over here in audio track 1, I've got a level for my 1K tone. Also, notice over here on our VU meter bridge, we've got the level coming back from track 1 of Pro Tools. Y'all see that? If, I guess in theory here, if we were to turn up big fader number 1, we should hear that 1K tone with the external monitors off, of course. Gotta try it. There it is. Okay? So you can use the onboard tone generator here to troubleshoot your inputs and outputs of Pro Tools. You should do this before you even start placing mics and imposing on the band. Right? I mean, how embarrassing would that be? You're trying to record drums and you're still trying to figure out the audio interface in Pro Tools. You're not going to ask the drummer to keep playing or the singer to keep singing. You're going to say, well, you really should do this before you even get started on your session. Right? So with confidence here, you can check out what's called the signal path integrity of your system. So bottom line here, if we're recording to 24 tracks in Pro Tools and we're monitoring the individual outputs of Pro Tools back on the board, we want input 1 to go to track 1. We want the output of track 1 to return back on channel 1 of the console. Okay? You got a question there?
No, do you just go through every single track and do
We've got to go through every single track to do this. Okay? I'm going to have you guys do this. I'll show you how to do this first couple times. So I'm patching into multi-track send number 2. First of all, I should see a signal show up on audio track 2. This multi-track send, any multi-track send on the patch bay is associated with the audio interface input. Okay? If I want to do a bunch of overdubbing, I could just set, let's say I want to do a bunch of overdubbing on one source, one microphone, whatever, I could change my inputs to all read A2. You follow that? And never have to move a patch cord. Because that's working in the box. That'd be more like, doing M-Box or Digio 2, something like that. You have a limited number of inputs. So the other thing you want to verify is make sure that the signal is returning from the output of track 2 back on channel 2 of the console. Now you guys can do this. Go ahead and start moving the patch cord. Y'all trade and take turns here, patching this oscillator 1K tone into the next input in Pro Tools. And everybody verify that the signal is going to the track you want it to go to and returning on the channel that it should. Y'all follow that? Go for it. You would do this for any of our